I'm currently 40,000 feet in the air testing whether or not United Polaris is worth $7,000 for 13 hours in the sky. Since United used to be extremely hated, I have questions like, is the food good? Is the seat nice? And how many points can I score in Retro Bowl in a single game? And this review of Polaris will be a little different because I won't be doing it alone. We'll have Sam's amazing commentary to go with it. Yay. Let's get on board. Normally, a Polaris ticket will get you access to a super nice lounge with showers, private seating, and free food. But since Sam and I were flying standby, we couldn't go in, and instead boarded our flight from San Francisco to Christchurch. First impressions, this is an amazing seat. Even though I'm in a even-numbered window seat, which means I'm closer to the aisle, it's fairly private. And yeah, we'll get into a seat tour and everything later, but for now, I am going to take off. Sam liked his seat too and told a long story about his stressful evening that you can listen to at the end of the video. We both got our pre-departure beverage of water and started off the Polaris review with Takeoff, which was smooth. I couldn't complain. But we then proceeded to wait an hour for warm nuts in our drinks and then another full hour for our meal service. This wouldn't have been a problem, but I was starving, and since this flight took off at 11 p.m., we weren't served dinner until around 1 a.m. So far, this flight wasn't worth $7,000, but would it become worth it later when I was able to lie flat? Well, you should keep watching to find out. Also, I know I say this every video, but if you haven't subscribed already and you're enjoying this video, it would be awesome if you did to help me reach 10,000 subscribers. Back to the video. Okay, we are coming up on 2 hours after the flight left, and finally the meal has come around. They ran out of my first choice, which is the pasta. The guy next to me has it, and it looks really good, but I got the salmon, and it looks pretty good. There's lots of vegetables that come along with it, and then also salad, some kind of appetizer, and bread. Let's see how it all tastes. That might be the most flavorful fish on an airplane I've ever had, which is awesome to say, worth the wait mostly. And now the rest of this meal looks amazing, so I'm gonna chow down. Okay, we have about 10.5 hours left, and I am so tired because it's like 2 a.m. my time, so I'm going to try to get some sleep. It's been pretty bumpy, but it seemed to be smoothing out, so I'm going to make my bed and go to bed, hopefully to sleep for 5 hours. We'll see. I made up my bed with the bedding. There was no mattress pad, but it was fairly comfortable and fit my 5'11" self pretty well. Okay, we have about 4.5 hours left, which is crazy. I slept for like 4.5 hours. It was pretty full, restless, I don't know what the right word is, sleep, but I did. And also I'm a belly sleeper, so yes, this seat works for belly sleepers, and obviously it works great for back sleepers as well. Now, I'm going to give you a seat tour. I am currently flashbanging everyone with my reading light turned on overhead, but let's do this. Starting off in the front, we have the TV, which I just have on the moving map right now. It is super bright and huge, and there's actually a lot of options. Down here, there's a USB plug and your tray table, which comes out, which I ate my dinner on. To the right are the seat controls, which make you lay flat and stuff like that. Then, we have a side table, which is a disaster right now, but full of stuff for storage, and there's my remote, and then we have a little closet and a reading light, which work really well for just storing my tripod and stuff. The seat itself is nice and padded and pretty wide actually, so overall, definitely the best way to fly 13 hours down to Christchurch. I'll see you hopefully when I either eat a meal or have a fun time. Until then, bye-bye. You guys already know I did some absolute grinding on Retro Bowl, and for those of you wondering, yes, 54 was my high score in a single game with 2-minute quarters. As the cabin got lighter, I rewatched some Abbott Elementary and looked out the window until breakfast was served. I got some bread pudding with fruit, a croissant, and yogurt. The pudding itself was okay, but very hot. I burned myself. The fruit was actually pretty fresh though. I checked out the bathroom, which was fairly nice, other than a very suspicious looking brown stain right next to the toilet, and then we started our descent into Christchurch. And we have made it to Christchurch.
Yay.
Sam, how's your flight since you didn't do any commentary?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have a microphone, so I didn't think Jack would want me to. But my flight was good. I didn't sleep as much as I wanted to, but I watched like an entire season of a show, so it was good.
Well, for me, other than the slightly flustered flight attendant crew who were still really, really nice, it was a perfect flight, and I'm really glad I was able to share it with all of you. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, it helps a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. But wait, was this flight worth $7,000? Personally, no, because I'd rather spend my money on a greater quantity of flights than the quality of the flight, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
Okay guys, Jack wanted me to take a video. I just landed in San Francisco. I've already been, like I left college 10.5 hours ago, and now I'm in San Francisco. I'm going to meet Jack because he landed like 5 minutes after me. Okay, so I've been walking for like a bajillion minutes now, trying to get from the E gates to the B gates. And my favorite YouTuber, Jetset Jack, of course, who else? He just recently spent a lot of time in San Francisco, and he went to visit all the gates. And you know, props to him, because that would be a lot of walking. Because even just walking directly from E to B is a lot of work. Also, side note, so awkward doing this in public. I'm just not even looking at people, I'm just looking at the camera. And then I look down after I finish videoing, because I don't want people to see me video. Okay, you know how I was just talking about my favorite YouTuber? I think I see him.
Bruh.
Okay guys, so you know how I was just talking about how my favorite YouTuber Jetset Jack was in San Francisco? Guess who the freak I ran into?
Oh my goodness.
Like taking pictures, my jaws dropped down to the ground. I'm here with Jetset Jack, guys. We're collabing. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram. We'll leave the links in the description.
Oh, new bag.
Okay, not sure if Jack wants me in the video, but yeah, I literally ran up to the gate agent like 10 minutes before checking clothes because I just relisted myself in business, and I hadn't canceled my economy listing. So I was like, can you check me in? And he checked me in, and I got the last business class seat. Like, wow. I can't believe it.